Hi folks. Well, we're up here taking a look at my wife's land that she's got up here on the hillside. There's a little farm in here. It's mostly bananas and coconuts. But there's a few other fruit trees in here, as well as some other stuff. There's some other stuff up here, like calamansi. There's calamansi in here, ginger, and some other things, I think. So, yeah. Now, this is a new road. This road, they started on it maybe about a year ago, and it's pretty nearly complete. It's very steep. It's almost like, you know, walking up a flight of stairs. I mean, a set of stairs, but you know, maybe 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 stories up. And mostly the houses around here are nipa huts, as you can see here. Nipa huts. So, but my wife, I think she wants to put a little house up here too. Although she owns other land on Camiguin Island that I think would be more suitable for a house, but she wants to put it here for some reason. Now, her grandmother, who she was very close to, lived on this land here. She lived here for most of her life. She died when she was very old. My wife says she was 105 years old, and that's pretty old. Anyway, we'll take a look at some things here. There's been a lot of things that have been planted here, and some of it hasn't done well, according to what I've been told, because a strong wind came through here not too long back and knocked a lot of stuff over. But we're just going to have a look and see. So right there you can see one banana tree that fell down during that wind. But some of the others have survived. So no matter what, there's always going to be some survivors, I think. There'll always be some survivors. Now, some facts about bananas. Many people don't know that bananas are actually a type of a berry. If you don't believe me, look it up online. And not only is the flesh inside the skins edible, but the skins themselves are edible. And they eat them, vegans eat them in particular in South America, in Brazil in particular. And they flavor it with all kinds of different stuff. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking around. Okay, this humongous tree here is a mango tree. And I'm going to guess it's probably at least 100 years old. That's just my guess. That's my guess. But they're talking about cutting it down because it's kind of in the way, and it's a hazard. If somebody was living up here, the branches could fall down in a storm, and that wouldn't be a good thing. Trust me. And the electricity up here, let's see if I can zoom in on this wire. Yeah, you can see that's pretty low. That's no more than 6 feet above the ground. And that's kind of hazardous. So there would need to be some improvements made there. This plant growing here, I'm told, is Lakatan, which I guess is some kind of fruit. And we have turmeric growing here. There's quite a lot of it, actually. And that stuff around here, it grows very easily. And it's a very healthy thing to add to food. It's got a lot of medicinal properties. And here we have dwarf coconut. And the good thing about dwarf coconuts is you don't have to climb up 3 stories to harvest coconuts, which makes it better. And they also start producing coconuts more quickly than the tall variety. So we're growing those, and we also have some lanzones growing here, but it's not enough. It's not enough to do more than just have it for personal use, or maybe sell a very small amount. Yeah, this is one of the banana trees that fell over, and most of them were already bearing fruit. And these bananas here are the small bananas that are maybe 5 or 6 inches long, because they actually sell for more money than the bigger ones. And here we're growing jackfruit, and I guess they have to put them in some kind of protective cloth bag in order that insects and birds don't damage it. It's not a very tall tree. It's maybe 20 feet tall. Apparently there's 2 of those trees growing on this property. And here we have the newly transplanted bananas. These are all the small banana variety. What's the name of that variety?
Latundan.
Latundan?
Yes, Kondal.
Lacondo?
Kondal.
Condal.
Yes.
Okay, well, they're small bananas. She says they're called condal or something. And So, yeah, there's a few of them growing here. And so far nothing's disturbed them.
There are two new dwarf coconut here dyan.
So that's a quick look at this land. It's not doing as well as it could be, but it's not as ravaged as I kind of imagined it to be. Because I was told that there was a lot of damage over here. And it's really not, it's not as bad as I thought.